In this video, I want to show you how you can set your projects up in my CPS276 class. One of the things that you need to do, and you can see I've done it right here, is you create a folder. Now this is assuming you've already installed Git, and this is assuming you've already have installed VS Code and all that. So you should have a folder. Mine's called class name, but yours would probably be called CPS276 or something like that. And just put it somewhere on your drive. So you should already have this done by watching the other videos. If I double click on this folder, there's my VS Code folder, and there's my Git ignore folder. So now we're at the point where we're going to start a new project. Okay, some project I've assigned, and now you're going to do it. So here's what you do. The first thing you do is you open up your VS Code right here, and you go File, Open Folder, and navigate to where that folder is. So in my case, it's going to be under my class name folder right here. And you just click on class name, and you do select folder. And that's going to pull up all the files and folders that you've already done. So since it's our first project, we don't have anything yet. But one thing that I do have is I have my VS Code right here. And if you look at that file, the host is my IP address to where the server is. Protocol is going to be SFTP, port 22. Username is going to be root. And my remote path is going to be /var www html /. For me, it's going to be class name, because I have a folder on the server called class name. Yours would be, CPS276 or whatever you did. Now this git ignore file right here, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. All it does is when we end up putting this stuff on GitHub, it's going to ignore those two files, because I don't really want my my VS Code folder and this file on there. But you don't have to do that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to create a new folder. So you just click on your class name right here, and you just do new folder. Sometimes what happens is it does this. It sticks into VS Code. So we'll just do, we'll just name it Project 1. Okay, and unfortunately, you see how that's inside of VS Code like that? We want to move that out. Okay, so you can just move it out like that. And now it's actually in the class name. That sometimes happens. The other way you can do it is you can just come here and you can just move it out doing it this way. Just moving it out of here. It's whatever you want to do. But basically, you want to have your project, you do not want it inside the VS Code folder. That'd be a problem. You want it sitting right here. And then inside of Project 1, you just click on it to highlight it. Then you're going to be okay. And say we're going to create a simple index page. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to call it index.php. And in here, we're just going to write... we'll just do a simple PHP code block, and I'm just going to write echo. This is the index page for project 1. Now, obviously, you're going to be doing the project code, and this is the start of doing that. So all the files and folders that you need for project 1 are all going to go inside of this project 1 folder. Okay. Now, once you're done doing that, if you just do Control S or to save it, and then you just put in your password. Okay, now what it did is it shot to the server. Now you may have this little error message come up right here, and that's okay, just ignore it. I'm going to show you how you double check to make sure things are working, because what's happening with this right here is it's a bug in VS Code, and they haven't fixed it yet to where it's getting confused on what file path you have. But the way you can check it is very simple. So what you do is you open up your terminal window or your PowerShell or whatever, log into the server. So I've already logged into my server here, and we can just go to where it is. So I can just go var www html, and mine's called class name. Yours might be called, again, CPS276 or something like that. Click enter, oh, I'm sorry, cd/var/ww/html/class name. All right, now we're there. Okay, and then you just do ls. And you can see there's my project 1 folder, and I can go ls project 1, and there's the index file right there. So we're good. Okay, we can tell that everything's there. The other thing you can do, of course, is you can just go right to your browser window, okay, and you enter in the IP address. Let me just grab that real quick from my VS Code. All right, so here's my IP address, and you can grab that. And what we do is we enter that into here, okay, and then we go // class name, which yours, of course, is going to be something else. And then that gives me the directory structure. And what's really nice about this is going to show me all the directories on my server. Here's project 1. I just click on project 1, and it's going to automatically go to the index page, and there it is. Okay, so we can see that, yep, it's working on the browser, and it's working here in VS Code. It's being uploaded to the server. Everything works. Let me just show you something just to see how we work on things. So you're going to write some code. So I'll add some more code here, more code here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save that. Again, I might get this little message. That's okay. But watch this. Now I want to check to make sure it works. I just go to my browser, and what do? I refresh it, and there it shows more code here. So that's how you're going to work on your PHP projects. Is you're going to write some code, you're going to upload to the server, and then you're going to check it. Okay. All right. So let's say, for example, that we finished this project. Okay. So everything's done now. We're all good. What we want to do is we want to put this onto GitHub. Now, you can actually do it through VS Code. I tend not to do that. I kind of like to do it a little bit more manually, so I'm going to show you the way that I do it. You can choose whatever you want to do. All right, so if we go here and we look at VS Code right now, and I go ahead and refresh it, you can see there's nothing here. Okay, so this is my class name. I'm sorry, not in VS Code. I'm sorry, I meant to say my GitHub. So here's my GitHub page right here. This is my class name, and there's nothing here. So I want to put that file or that folder, that project 1 folder, in my GitHub repository. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I finished the project. Now I want to get it up there. All right, and you can put it up there at any point in time. So you don't have to finish the project, but usually when you're done working on it, you should do it. Always keep a fresh copy up there once you're done with things. All right, so real simple. I just open up my my terminal window. Okay, and of course now I'm logged into my server, so I just want to exit out of that. And it already took me, just because I happened to start from this location, I'm already in my class name location right there. And if I go ls, you can see here's the files. And there's my project 1. So now I can just do git, and I can start adding stuff. So add dot, okay. If you want to do git status before that to see what was different, that's fine. But I have git add, and then git commit m updates. That's, you can write whatever you want here, but basically it's updates. And then I'm going to do git push origin. Now mine is origin master. If you followed along with the instructions, yours might be git push origin main. Same type of thing. It's basically putting on your main repository. And I hit the enter key, and it shows that everything worked right here. And I come over to my class name page right here, and I just refresh it. And there's my project 1 right there. Okay, so now I have project 1 in all the places I need it. I have it here on my local machine, which is shown in VS Code, no problem at all. I also have it on my server, which we verified by looking at it right here. Okay, so it's up on my server, and I also have it sitting in my GitHub repository. Okay. So now another week goes by, and we are going to start on our new project. Well, what you want to do is start with another folder for that project. Okay, so we can go ahead and we can close this window. Close this window. Again, you can go into class name, click the folder icon. It did it in VS Code. I don't know why it's doing that, but this is sometimes what happens. And I just put in project 2. Now, let me show you how you can take it out of there another way. Is you can just go here, open up your VS Code folder, and take project 2 and just drag it into class name like that, and there it is right there. And then when you go to VS Code, it's fixed it already. All right, so I know that's a bit of a pain. I don't know why it does that, but that's what it's doing. Okay, so we're working on our project 2. So this is our second project, and we select it and we add a file to it, and we can just say another index file, whatever, and that's fine. And then there it is, and we're just gonna start another PHP block, and then we're just gonna do echo. This is the index page for project 2. All right, so we're gonna do something like that. All right, so let's pretend that we have now finished. So when you save that, of course, it automatically just went to the server. Again, we probably got this error message. That's okay. And now what we want to do is we've got this. It should be working. We want to check it in our browser. We should have been doing that all along. So we come here just to show you that it does work, and I go back to just in my class name directory, which yours might be CPS276 or something like that. And there's my project 2 right there, and there it is, my index page. Okay, so that seems to be working. So it's on the server. That's all doing fine. Now I just want to make sure I get my GitHub account, right? Because here's my GitHub page, and I don't have project 1. So what do? I just repeat the process I just showed you. We just come over here. Let me use my clear command to go up, and then we just do get. Now here I'm just going to show you the get status again. And you can see it's wanting to put project 2 up there. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to get add, and then get commit updates, or whatever you want to write, and then get push. Again, mine is origin master. Yours may be origin main. Either way, and you just do that. It's going to take just really quick. It just takes a couple of seconds usually, and you come up here, you refresh the page, and there's both your projects. So you'll do that over and over again as the weeks progress, and what you have is you have one folder that contains all your projects, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. And it will be the same way on your local machine, and it will be the same way in your VS Code. Okay, so that is pretty much how you're going to do your projects all the way through the semester.